Cave. My name is Brenda and this is B.Y.C. Crochet. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to hang out with me. How about we start with a little bit of positivity. And today we are going to read Don't Give Your Thoughts Too Much Power. Your thoughts are subjective and flexible, so don't allow them to rule every choice that you make. Just like you think negative thoughts, you can think more positive ones too. You can train yourself to think differently by acting in ways that align with the thoughts you prefer to have and catching yourself when you have thoughts that don't align. Changing your thinking is a practice, but one well worth the time. Considering that you have between 50,000 and 70,000 thoughts per day, it pays not to give your thoughts too much power over your life. That's one that I can personalize. We all have many thoughts that come through our minds, and I know there's times where I catch myself thinking in ways that are not productive to me, and I have to kind of catch myself and refocus or there's some things like in the evening sometimes. I know for me, if I'm not super tired, when I'm in bed, your mind starts thinking about everything that you've been doing, everything you haven't been doing. You start thinking about all the negatives, all the positive, everything just comes to mind. And there are certain shows that I watch, like on my phone, before bed, that are what I call mindless watching. And so I have my some documentaries that really catch my attention, maybe some cooking shows, just shows that really are not, they kind of consume my attention and get my mind off of overthinking before going to bed, and then I go to sleep. So I mean, that's my own trick. I don't know if that would work for you, but that's something that I do. But yeah, sometimes too during the day you're thinking, you're just sitting crocheting and you're thinking, and sometimes this thoughts come to your head that are not good for you or not productive, and the best thing to do is just kind of stop and just either pray. Sometimes I catch myself doing that, or just kind of refocusing what my thoughts are and trying to think about something else, or spinning it into a positive. So guys, I don't have much to show you today. I'm just doing a little crochet and chat. I am working, actually. I still have the blanket that I'm working on. It's I put it aside because it's getting a little bit heavy, and I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I'm actually watching my mom's Yorkie, and I have a Yorkie poo of my own. They're both males. I don't know where they went. I can't believe it. They actually left me alone. And I've been confined to my desk literally, because if I sit anywhere else, they're fighting to be on my lap. Literally fighting to be on my lap. And I can't crochet in the living room because if I put the blanket or any project on top of me, they are wanting to be on top of me as well, and it's just crazy. Here once comes, let's see, he's going straight to maybe his bed, I don't know, but he normally, my mom's Yorkie, I'm not going to say his name because I don't want him to come over, he normally lays right next to the chair over here, and then mine sits on the other side, so they have me cornered here on my chair, and for me to move my chair I have to be careful because I'm afraid I'm going to run over them. So right now they've given me a little bit of breathing room, so I'm actually working on something a little bit smaller. My mother-in-law had asked me if I could make her a little crossbody bag so that when she's on church, normally she carries this big black bag. Like most of us women, she carries everything but the kitchen sink in there. And so she asked me to make her a crossbody bag where she can just leave her handbag on her chair, and then she can put her phone and her debit cards in the crossbody bag, and she can have it with her without having to carry her bag everywhere. And so I pulled this out of my stash. And you guys are very, I'm sure, familiar with this Twisted Cotton Blend. It's the first time I use it. It's from Lion brand. I don't think they offer this anymore. It is a bulky number 5. It calls for a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, but I'm actually using the Dots 5.0, and the reason I'm using a much smaller hook is because I want the stitches to be nice and tight and snug, since it's going to be a bag. And this particular colorway is just called Black/Ecru. It's got 98 yards. This is what it looks like. I'll show you the yarn so you can appreciate how it looks. It's got these bumpies. I don't know if you can. It's not. It's like. It's got like bumpies like at every inch or so. It's got a little like swell. Let's see if you can see it against my. Well, let me see if I can find something I can put it behind. Oh, I'm looking at my yard around this bunch of butterflies. So pretty. So this is what the yarn looks like. It's considered a size 5, I'm sure, because it's got the bumpies, and the bumpies are quite thick. But the other parts I would consider to be a DK. So what I'm going to do is basically just do a long panel. This is the way it's coming out. I'm actually doing once again, the Suzette stitch, which is my favorite stitch, and I'm kind of liking the way it's coming up. I'm not interested so much in the stitch as I'm interested in the stitch giving this yarn a nice little look. I think it's gonna look really cool once it's done. I'm thinking of potentially putting a pocket just in solid black. I have some cotton black yarn. I have to see how much yarn I have left once I finish, because these are the only 2 cakes that I have. And like I said, each cake has only 98 yards. I got this in I got 2 in the navy, 2 in ecru and cream, and the other 2, I think it's like an orange, ecru and orange. And I think it was last year that I got this. It's been some time, but you know, I'm trying to go through my stash and trying to use and not buy yarn. I do buy yarn every once in a while, even though I don't need it, and that's because if I find something that is different that I don't already have, that I think I'm going to enjoy, like I showed you guys that the Savannah yarn from Stylecraft, that cotton yarn that actually Tracy from Crochet Rocks carries in her shop, that I can't wait to use. I also got the cotton cashmere blend from discontinuedyarns.com. I can't wait to use that. And but stuff like that, you know, yarns that I don't see normally, that I don't find in the stores, I'm definitely not going to, like the Michaels, the Joann's, the Hobby Lobbies. I'm not going there. There's nothing that I need, and if I go, I'm just gonna end up buying something I don't need. So unless it's something really special that I see that I'd like to have, I'm not really gonna worry about trying to buy additional yarns. Yeah, I love to show you guys new yarns and do unboxings for the sake of my channel, but I also need to be realistic and know that you know, I do need to use what I have. You know, I've been doing some Temu hauls as well. That's something that I'm also going to put a little bit on hold after the last video that I posted, only because I think that I purchased what I needed to purchase for going back to work, and I'm not going to purchase just for the sake of purchasing. Yeah, I want to grow my channel, but I also want to grow it based on content, and I don't want to just be buying stuff and showing you guys to create that content. So I'm really going to try to focus, once I'm done with the blanket and once I'm done with this, I'm going to go back and try to focus a little bit more on doing tutorials on some stitches that I love and enjoy, that I think you guys would love and enjoy as well. Potentially some tutorials on some smaller pieces. As I've mentioned to you guys, you know, I'll be heading back to work full-time, God willing, on Monday, and I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to have. This job is a little bit different than what I was doing before. It does require a little bit of traveling every once in a while, so I have to also be realistic. And you guys know me, I don't like to overpromise things. You know, I'm always honest with you guys in reference to my time, what I can provide, what I cannot provide, and I always try to be, you know, transparent with you guys. As I'm here crocheting and chatting with you, I'm actually also watching Llama Mama Kayla. I have her on mute right now, but I have her going. I was watching something else earlier too. I was watching Veronica's from Steals to Show Crochet and More. She put a video. She went back to Dollar Tree and she was showing her shopping and the stuff that she bought. And so, and in case you're interested, we just finished another granny square blocking board with a granny square block your granny, and it's packed ready to go. We still have a couple of these, so if you're interested, by all means send me an email and I will make sure that, you know, we can get that for you. Each one of these, let me make sure I don't have any dogs behind me. I have one. So we have these two available. So and these are ready to go. This one says Peace, Love, and Yarn. So pretty. Peace, Love, and Yarn. And this is the one that my husband designed. That's got the hearts. They'll have the sign B.Y.C. crochet on the back. B.Y.C. crochet on the back, and all that is missing on here is the feet that I put, and I'll usually do that once they're getting ready to be shipped out, and then the pegs and everything is they're all bagged up and ready also to go. So yeah, so these are available in case you're interested. And I think I was wanting to start working on this with this yarn. This is the Big Twist Party from Joann's. And I was thinking of doing a couple lap blankets to take to the senior center. But first I'm going to finish everything that I'm doing now and then decide what I'm going to do with this. Because I got this in the pink and also in the blue, which is usually how I buy my yarn. I try to buy like a pink tone and then a blue tone. Yeah. See what else? I think that's it, guys. I just, you know, wanted to... Is there anything I wanted to show you? I think that was it. I think that's all that I have. I have the blanket over there on top of the dining room table because I was actually trying to crochet last night in the living room, and the chair that I was sitting at it's like a big, it's not a love seat, it's just a bigger regular seat, And I actually fit in there with both dogs, but every time I went to turn the blanket around to start on the other side, it was just a mess. So I decided to just put it on hold for a little bit. My mom is supposed to pick up her dog on Friday. He'll give me the weekend to kind of regroup. I think my nephew's, my niece's baby's first birthday is on Saturday. And then I have to get ready to start work on Monday, which I still don't know if I'm going to do the onboarding here locally or if they want me to go to Miami. So I'm still up in the air with that, which is one of the things that really, it's one of my pet peeves. I don't like to have people waiting on me. That's why I put so much pressure on myself. But I also don't like, one of my pet peeves is having to be in that state of not knowing what's going to happen. I don't know if you're like me, but how do you manage that? I'm trying to keep my mind off of it and just say, you know what? If they get back to me, great. If they don't, then I'll just report to work on Monday here at the local office and just go from there. But I believe somebody's supposed to be reaching out to me before Monday. So before next Monday. I would hope so. Before Friday, I should say, because Mondays already would be too late. That is my start date. So, but, and then with it being a holiday yesterday, that's an additional bit of a delay, because it's one less day to, you know, follow up with that. But this yarn actually is using the smaller hook size. It's actually working out to be a really nice fabric. It's nice and like strong. It is a little bit stretchy, not much, so I have to take account for that when I do the strap, so that, you know, when you put something that weighs a lot, or, you know, cell phone nowadays have a little bit of weight to them, it's not going to pull the bag so long where she's not going to reach it. So I have to maybe manage that, but I'll test it with my own phone so that I know what's the right length, and then I'll adjust it that way. You know, take account for the potential stretch. And I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm just, you know, I'm just hanging out. I just want to touch base with you guys. Let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you guys are up to. What's on your hook? What's on your cup? I'm actually drinking, I don't know if I told you that already, but I'm actually drinking soda. And I normally don't drink soda, but yesterday the kids were here, and I believe my daughter brought some Coke, some Coca-Cola, so I'm having some, which I like, but I don't drink often. Lately, if I drink soda, it will be like a Pepsi Zero. But yeah. So what else? I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this little bit. Like I said, I just want to touch base with you guys. I love you. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I know that you guys have an option of what to watch, who to watch, when to watch, and I really do truly appreciate you guys that support me and watch me and comment. It really means the world to me. It really does. So when I say thank you, I really do mean it. And I love you guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day. From the Yarny Cave. Peace. I love you guys again. God bless. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.